everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fango, here to review episode 7 of Violet Evergarden. So this episode felt really fast-paced, and it was kind of on its story. It wasn't bad, but it was just really went through it quickly, I felt like. I was like, wow, this is going really quickly, or is it just me? So, with this episode, Violet gets another job, of course, ghostwriting, and it's this guy who, writes plays, and he's, like, really famous, or popular, at least, and, yeah, her friends were kind of jealous of the girl with the glasses was, but anyway, when she goes there, he's a drunkard, he's, that helps him write, yada yada, and I'm just like, okay, what's the underlying story here? Basically, his wife died, his daughter died, we don't really know how she died, but she died, and he lost all his motivation, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's sad, but it just went so fast that I was just like, I don't have a feeling here for this character. I don't really care. But it was super interesting seeing Violet, she's like, oh, okay, I'll go walk across this pond on the leaves. I'm like, she's not really going to do that, is she? And she, almost made it. And I'm like, wow, that's the power of anime bullshit right there. But okay, just jump high enough and you know what? You can almost make it across a pond or a little whatever. And I'm just like, okay, that was a thing that happened. But the story that he was trying to tell was kind of like, I guess, the story he was writing for his daughter, Olivia, because also the protagonist was named Olive, and I'm like, he's probably kind of interpreting it like it's his daughter's the protagonist and stuff, because she's coming home to her dad at the end of the story and stuff, and I'm like, I get what he's trying to do there. It makes a lot of sense, but it just went by so quickly, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's just something about that story that just went so quickly, they just hit you with all the stuff, and it's so fast-paced, and I'm just like, I'm not used to this series being fast-paced at all. I'm used to it being very slow, and everything, have a nice build-up, but this was just like, whoop, and I'm like, okay, so, after that, though, also, I did really like the animation when Violet was going across the pond, river, whatever the heck, and I'm just like, oh, look at that, Kyoto animation, here animation, oh, bow down, so great. But anyway, but the end of the episode is the best part of the episode because Violet now knows the truth about Gilbert, her major guy who gave her her name. Yeah, that's bad. Cause she meets up with the Evergarden family and she's like, oh, Violet. And she mentions the late Gilbert and it's like, oh no. And then she goes to the redheaded guy, I always forget his name, but, she's like, you told me he was alive and stuff, and starts yelling at him, and he's like, well, we found you laying out by the church, he must have pushed you out, we found his dog tag, so we assume he's dead, and of course she refused to believe it, but it's pretty obvious that he's dead, and now that Violet knows that, we got a problem with that, because it's like, well, now that's going to cause her some emotional trauma. I mean, she was already feeling emotional trauma on the boat ride back to the place when she was thinking, do I deserve to be alive, blah, 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 and I'm like, yeah, that's not a good situation to come off a boat and learn that, now I'm not sure what we're going to do with this story, because honestly, I thought the whole reveal of him being dead was going to be revealed at the end of the story that he was dead and she'd find out and it'd be this whole dramatic episode. But that's not what happens because now she knows. So it's like, yeah, where do we go from here? Do we go through a whole Violet having to cope with his death? She goes to do ghostwriting but is super unemotional about it, or maybe she's super emotional about it. I have no idea because now I'm like, I don't know where the story's going to go because I wholly expected the whole revealing he was dead thing to happen in the very last episode or next to the last episode, but that is not what happened. So no idea what's going to happen now, so what do you guys think of this episode? What do you think's going to happen next? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!